This is WA4ORC, Whiskey Alpha 4, Oscar Romeo Charlie.
ORC, Roger, Roger. And what is the name there, ORC?
ORC, Roger, Roger. And what is the name there, ORC?
Carl, King, Abel, Roger, Love.
Roger, Roger, Carl. And where are you located, sir?
Roger, Roger, Carl. And where are you located, sir?
We're in Aiken, South Carolina. Aiken, A-I-K-E-N, South Carolina.
Roger, South Carolina. And what radio are you running, sir?
Roger, South Carolina. And what radio are you running, sir?
This is an oldie but goodie. It's a Kenwood TS-820. Kenwood TS-820, manufactured in 1977. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger, TS-820, is that a Roger?
Roger, Roger, TS-820, is that a Roger?
TS-820, Roger.
That's what I said. Tom Security. Tom Sierra 820, is it Roger?
Tom Sierra 820, is it Roger?
Roger.
Okay, Carl, would you be interested in a setup procedure?
Okay, Carl, would you be interested in a setup procedure?
Yeah, I'm not sure what I do, but I'll be glad to try to work with you so you can give me a report or some advice. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Now, I'm assuming, would you happen to have a compressor on that radio? I'm not real sure. Do you have a compressor on that radio?
I'm not real sure. Do you have a compressor on that radio?
That's one of the reasons I'm giving you a call. I've got a compressor, and it's very simple. I can turn it on or off, and I can change the intensity of the compressor.
I kind of slipped down into my noise level there, Carl. I'm taking it that we have some difficulties with the compressor. Is that a Roger?
Some difficulties with the compressor. Is that a Roger?
I'm not really sure. I've talked to some people with the compressor on and off, and I've been advised to leave it on. It's currently on. Go ahead.
Yes, sir, it's on at the moment.
Yes, sir, it's on at the moment.
It's off.
Off at the moment. Okay, turn it on and watch your watt meter. And just don't say anything. Just turn it on, your compressor on, and key the mic for about 3 seconds, and watch what happens to your watt meter. If it rises up very much, we don't want it. We need to adjust it down some. So why don't you give me 3 seconds of dead key, and let's see where the audio goes.
3 seconds of dead key, and let's see where the audio goes.
Okay, Carl, what did you observe on your watt meter?
Okay, Carl, what did you observe on your watt meter?
Hello, Carl, this is KC9VKV. Do you copy?
Hello, Carl, this is KC9VKV. Do you copy?
Roger, Roger.
Roger, Carl, what did you observe on your watt meter when you dead keyed?
Roger, Carl, what did you observe on your watt meter when you dead keyed?
When I hit the key, like dead key, and turned the compressor on, I saw the meter go up. Actually, it was on ALC. I didn't have it on RF. But the meter went up, and then slowly went down. Go ahead.
Okay, how far up did it go? Halfway, quarter way, eighth of a way?
Up did it go? Halfway, way, quarter way, eighth of a way?
About a quarter.
All right, that sounds usable. Okay, so keep your compressor engaged. Do you have an input level control for that compressor, or is it just in or out?
Level control for that compressor, or is it just in or out?
No, it'll dial from about 0 to 100%. I turn it on, and then I can increase the compression, and go up to 100%, or as much as it will compress, or all the way down to about nothing. I've been told it really limits. I don't know. In the old days, we used to talk about 300 to 3,000, but I don't know what this does. But they say it really narrows my signal.
Okay, Carl, apparently you have a 0 to 100 input control. So what I want you to do is set it on 30. If your input is 0 to 100, I want you to set it on 30, because we're just looking for about a third of the capabilities of that compressor. So if it's a 0 to 100, set it on 30. Roger?
Sure. So if it's a 0 to 100, set it on 30. Roger?
Roger. I'm turning it on. It is on now, and I've got it on about 30. It is on now, and about 30, and I notice as I talk and look at the meter, I'm not getting quite as much. I'd have to increase. I'm increasing the mic gain now, so I'm modulating better, but it's on and it's about 30 right now. Go ahead.
Roger, Carl. Okay, the thing is, it made a big difference in your equalization. You really went thin when you put the compressor on. So I don't know what's going on. That's not normally what happens when you engage a compressor. So I would disengage the compressor. I think your folks in the past are right. What happens is it really gets thin when you engage the compressor. So it must be doing an EQ number along with the compression. So just turn the compressor off. What I want you to do now with the compressor off is I want you to move to your ALC where you speak rather rapidly, 100, 200, 300, and with mic gain in hand, I want you to adjust your ALC to where it's running mid-scale to 2/3. Mid-scale to 2/3 by way of mic gain control as you speak rather rapidly, 100, 200, 300.
Mic gain control as you speak rather rapidly, 100, 200, 300.
Roger.
Carl, you got to listen, buddy. You hit your BFO. If you have a lock, I would put the lock on so you do not knock yourself off frequency. And the thing is, we're talking back and forth here, so if you take 5 minutes to tell me something, it's 5 minutes we've lost because you were off frequency. Now, I'm assuming that you're back on frequency. I want you to give me about 10 seconds. Tell me about your antenna system so that I might hear you. Just 10 seconds, Roger.
About your antenna system so that I might hear you. Just 10 seconds, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I may have knocked it off frequently with my hand, dial, but the antenna is a 67-foot long, and it got trapped in it for about 10 years, 40. Go ahead.
Roger, we had bad conditions for most of that, just better conditions at the last. Talk to me, tell me something that I don't know for about 5 seconds, and just let me hear you.
Yeah, tell me something that I don't know for about 5 seconds, and just let me hear you.
Yeah, it's got an antenna, kind of an invisible antenna. I got it through MFJ. It's a long wire, kind of minimalist long wire, 67 feet, and it's got about, I think, 4 bands, 10, 20, 10, 20, 40. It runs from about 25 feet up to about 40 feet up. And I'm also using a AT200 Pro Auto Tuner, AT200 Auto Pro Tuner, which is probably redundant. Go ahead.
Yeah, Carl, we're going to have to shorten these transmissions, sir. I only need about 10 seconds, you know, any given time. I only need about 10 seconds so I can hear your situation, you know. It's more for me to be able to listen to your quality than for me to get information about the antenna, actually, you know. I'm just listening, trying to hear your technical aspects. Roger?
Just listening, trying to hear your technical aspects. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Yeah, it's location here is Aiken, South Carolina. We're across the river from Augusta. About 20 miles from Augusta. Very close to the Savannah River nuclear site. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger, Carl. I wish we had better propagation, actually, because you do need a little work on your audio equalization. Right now it's kind of mid-rangey. I would suggest that maybe you crank in a couple of clicks bass EQ. If you have a 3-band EQ, I would increase the bass by 2 clicks from where you are. I would also increase the treble EQ about 2 clicks from where you are. So I'd bring the top and the bottom up in reference to the mid-range. And I would keep the mid-range flat. If you have a 3-band EQ, always keep the mids flat, because the whole idea is for the top to catch up to the bottom, to the mid-range, and the bottom to balance to the mid-range. And if you boost the mid-range, it makes it so much harder for the top and the bottom to catch up. Roger?
Mid-range, it makes it so much harder for the top and the bottom to catch up. Roger?
Roger, Roger. I'm not sure how much video I have to do that. A rig that's old, I was able to get for it. I haven't had the rig that long, but the rig is so old. The only microphone I was able to easily get, it's a handheld push-to-talk. Very low cost. It's like probably a $30 microphone and push-to-talk handheld. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. Well, gosh, man, it's 5 after 5, and I got to get out of here. But maybe we can get together next week. Next Friday, hopefully, we'll have better propagation, and I can hear your audio a lot better. And what happens is, we have a spectrum analyzer on the set, but when we get a lot of noise with the audio signal, the spectrum analyzer reads whatever's there, so a lot of times it's reading more noise than voice. So, but maybe next Friday, we'll have better conditions. We'll keep our fingers crossed. In between time, if you want to hear what your audio sounds like, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by today's date, 5/14/21, that will take you to this recording. And give us a couple of days to get it uploaded. We'll probably get it uploaded sooner than that, but 2 days outside. Roger?
Get it uploaded sooner than that, but 2 days outside. Roger?
Could you give me that YouTube address again? Roger.
YouTube search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by today's date, 5/14/21. YouTube search KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 5/14/21, will take you to this recording. Roger?
Today's date, 5/14/21, will take you to this recording. Roger?
Roger, Roger. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it. I've heard you on before, but I'll give you a call next time I hear you, especially if the bands or conditions are better. 73, thank you so much for what you do. A lot of these modern rigs that I hear on the air, like these 7300s, they're infinitely programmable, which is all the good and bad that entails. Thanks a lot. 73.
Roger, Roger, Carl. We are on every Friday afternoon from 3:30 till 5 on this frequency, 7188. Every Friday afternoon, 3:30 till 5. 73, sir, and you have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend. And with that, we will conclude our transmissions for today. Hopefully, if you participated, want to hear your audio, again, if you go to YouTube and do a call data search for KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 5/14/21, will take you directly to this recording. And with that, we will be returning this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is KC9VKV Clear.